Hello, everyone. Hi, Rigby. Hi, Renee. Hello, friends. Hi, welcome. Hello. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hello. Hi. Hi, Alexis. Hello. Hi, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Ava. Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm excited for today's episode. We have a few things that we're gonna go through today. Let me see. Okay, so first things first. Hello, my name is Sammi. I teach crochet with Yarn Over Hook. Yarn Over Hook. I teach crochet with Yarn Over Hook. Yarn Over Hook is a free social media for crocheters to create, learn, and connect with other crocheters from around the world. If you would like to join, please do. I don't know what that was. You can follow the link in the description below. Sign up is free and easy, and we would love to have you. I would love to see what you are making. If you are already a member of Yarn Over Hook, hello, welcome, hi. Thank you so much for joining today. Today is a fun day. I have a couple of things. They came yesterday, and I held off. I took some peeks at the newspaper, but I didn't look at all for the Hooks and Needles box. I'm very excited for this Hooks and Needles box. I started crocheting the patterns from the last Hooks and Needles box from March, and I already really love the yarn. So I'm excited to see what comes in this month's box. So we're gonna open that box today. And then newspaper. Did not think that I would ever be subscribing to a newspaper, but here I am. I have a newspaper delivered to me every month now. And I just got the first issue that for me, it's their third issue in printing, but it's the first issue for me. And I'm already going to place an order for the first and second because I'm a person who, if I'm able to get all of the things, I want all of them. I'm definitely one who wants to collect everything. So I really want issues 1 and 2. So I'll probably be getting those. And whenever those come in, I will show you guys them as well on here. Okay, announcements. Woo, woo, pew, pew, confetti. We have an event tomorrow. Woo, pew, pew, more confetti. We're so excited. It's our first Let's Crochet event. So with Yarn Over Hook and the lives and everything, we crochet and we chat. We just kiki, we hang out, we crochet together, folks get their projects done and just crochet along, and I just kind of ramble. All right, answer questions and stuff like that. So that's the Let's Crochet and chat. Then we have Stitches, a new series with me and Alexis, Remy a Crafty Hedgehog, where we crochet together and chat with y'all. We had our first episode. Oh my gosh, has it already been a week? I feel like it's been forever ago. Was it really this past Sunday, Alexis? Really? Yeah, April 6th. What is time? We had our first episode on April 6th, and it was a blast. Our next episode for Stitches will be April 27th. So excited. Oh my gosh. So for tomorrow, Let's Crochet. So this is our third kind of live series thing going on, but Let's Crochet will be they'll be pretty random events of crocheting together. We'll get a pattern. Hi Gabby, hello. How are you? It feels like a million stitches ago. It really does. How are you, Gabby? Thank you for dropping in. So Let's Crochet, we will have a pattern that we will release a few days before the event so that you can look over it, get the supplies that you need, get an idea of kind of where we're going and what we're making and all that stuff. And then we will crochet together live on one project, not just like us crocheting on our whips and like getting our projects done, but us actually crocheting something together. So I'm very excited for our first episode of that tomorrow. We are going to be crocheting. See, and I forgot to grab it again. My goodness. We will be crocheting refillable or fillable Easter eggs. They are so cute. Let me show you. They are so cute and so fun. I have been crocheting all week, crocheting little ones. Here they are. Aren't they just adorable? They're so cute. And we're gonna be making those together. So join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be making them. And yeah, so excited. We're very excited for this one. Hello. Hi, Gabby. I love making your Sweet Jane top and wearing it on stitches last weekend. Oh, Gabby. Oh my gosh, that is a lovely pattern. Gabby, hello. I'm so glad that you're here. Alexis was just raving about that. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for her to make her. She said that she's going to make another one in kind of like Valentine's Day because of that detail with the puff stitches. It looks like little hearts. Oh my goodness. Gabby, that is so awesome. It is so cute. That top is so well done. So well done. I love it. Welcome. So happy that you're here. Hi, Snowwolf. How are you? Tomorrow is going to be a blast. So excited for it. These eggs are just so cute. So definitely join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. We will be crocheting together. So bring your yarn, stitch markers, darning needle, your hook, and let's crochet. Okay, cool. So that is that announcement. Can you tell that I'm very excited to go through the things that I brought today? Yeah. So one more thing before we get into that. So Thursday, I started to crochet the granny squares from the Hobie yarn that I want to make the granny squares for the summer bag that I want to make. I started crocheting the granny square and I got the colors that I wanted and the order that I wanted, and I wanted to show you guys because we had some technical difficulties on Thursday, so I wanted to show you my square. Where did it go? Ta-da! This is the square. I love it so much. This is the first one. And so after we go through the box and the newspaper today, we will be crocheting another one. So I'm excited. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so excited for this bag. It came out, the color combo came out way better than I thought it would, and I am just so happy. I'm so happy with how this came out. I'm so happy with it. I'm still sewing the your dumpster fire. Are you? Oh no. How is it going? Oh no. Lovely color combo. Thank you so much, Gabby. Thank you. I am really excited for this. So the color is going to change for each square so that I use the same amount of yarn for every skein. I will go into that and like kind of like the math that I did for that once we get back into these squares. That square is delightful. Thank you so much, Renee. Thank you. I love it. We'll get it up close. I love it so much. And each square is going to be different. There'll be like 2 to 3 versions of each square, but every square is going to be different. So I'm excited. Wonderful. Okay, so what should we do first, friends? What should we do first? The newspaper or the hooks and needles box? I can't possibly decide, so I'm gonna leave that pressure up to y'all. I can't decide. I'll show you the options. So we have our hooks and needles box here. Hooks and needles. Crochet Nation. What should we do first? Box. Okay, we have 2 boxes. Hooks and needles. Okay, 3. I'm actually really excited for what's in the hooks and needles box, so. Okay, get your votes. Rock the vote. What? Well, I didn't really put a poll, but that's okay. Going once. Going twice. Ooh. I'm on pins and needles to find out more about hooks and needles. I love that. Newspaper. JK. Okay. We will put this aside. We're going to do the hooks and needles box first. Okay. All right. Wait, I need to preface. So, we do have a code for hooks and needles. We are an affiliate with hooks and needles. We have a code for 20% off your first box. The link is in the description, or you can use Yarn Over Hook 20. But I purchased this box. This is my box. Purchased it with my money. They did not send it to me, so this would be my honest reaction to the box. The first box that they sent, I also purchased myself. They did not just send it to me. I purchased it myself. I will never recommend anything that I don't 110% love and 110% use. So I got you. You can trust that. What am I doing with these scissors? You can trust that this is an honest reaction. Because again, I purchased this with my own money. My dollars, my pennies. This is the tiniest. We're just gonna. There we go. Okay. I'm building the anticipation. We'll do the influencer hands. Okay. I can't see it. Okay. Here we are. This is the first. There's the book. All these colors. Alexis, look at these colors. Did they know they were sending this to Yarn Over Hook? How? Okay. Oh, these colors are nice. These are nice. Ooh. This is 100% unshrinkable, extra fine merino wool. Those are your colors. They are your colors. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, but this is the Yarn Over Hook, almost the Yarn Over Hook purple. It's like so close. Okay, so we have 2 of those, 50 grams each. And this one. That is so funny. This is the color of the giveaway yarn. Is somebody watching me? This is the color of the yarn it just gave away for the National Crochet Month. That is so wild. This too is 100% unshrinkable, extra fine merino wool. Suggested hook size is G. Interesting. Okay. Oh my gosh. What is the pattern? I got a bag strap. Gabby, that's one of my favorite colors. This one, this like rosy taupe. It's gorgeous. And like, oh my gosh, it's a bag. I'm making a bag this month. Yes, taupe. Ooh. This is a little like bag charm thing. I'm making a bag this month. Oh my gosh. I have to take this one out for you guys. I love knitting. No, this is crochet. We're not using that stitch marker. Is there an I love crochet one? Oh, we have some. No, there isn't. Rude. There are some yarn ones, but it has knitting needles in it. And then a bunch of sewing ones. Okay, so let me show you guys. These are a ton of stitch markers. In a bunch of different shapes. So we have like yarn, measuring tape, scissors, a needle, 2 sewing machines, a ruler, silk cord, a button. What is this? Oh, a needle and thread. No crochet hook. Is that supposed to be a crochet hook? No, I don't know. But we got stitch markers. These are cute. Oh my goodness, dying wants. Is it still available? I think so. I think you can still order it for this month. I think you can. Or you will be ordering for next month. I'm not sure. Because this I got yesterday, so they've already shipped this month's. But I don't know if you can order like the previous months, but you should check. And then don't forget to use our code. Is there a crochet versus knit option when picking the box? There is. There's a crochet box and a knit box. That's why I'm surprised that I got knitting stitch markers, but I wonder if this was just like generic, because I think that they started out with knitting. Because mine is crochet. Yeah, mine is the crochet box. So, but yes, so you can pick crochet or knitting or both. You can get both. Perfect little charms to go on the little zipper of your notions bags, right? Yeah, I usually hook some of my like more fun stitch markers are on the zipper of my like pencil case. But I think I might like use these as like charms on bags and stuff. So yeah, that's a lot. You can see like that's a lot of stitch markers. A lot of stitch markers. Interesting. Maybe that was the both accessory. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this was just a general accessory. Fun, fun, fun. I will still use definitely the sewing one. Not anti-knitting here, but I wish that there was some crochet. See, this is what I mean. I'm being very honest. Okay, so it's a bag. So we know that it's a bag that we're making. Okay. So you guys know me. I did a good job. Last time I did the box, I sat here and I opened and I looked at the book for like 5 minutes. Because I'm a huge like don't skip the instruction booklet person or the info packet person. And so it was this time, I'll be honest, it was very hard not to look at this first. So now we're going to look at this. Yeah, Renee, I would check to see. I can't imagine you can't order previous boxes. I can't imagine that they would do that. Okay, so we have our crochet book, the typical greetings. They're showing me everything that is inside the box. Hearty greetings, crochet family. So here's this. I think I can show this on YouTube. Let me be sure I'm not. Okay. So this is everything that was included in the box. Keep it. There we go. Focus. This is everything that's included in the box. So they have a little blurb on the stitch markers. We're thrilled to include a special gift, a set of stitch markers. These essential tools are designed to help you mark important points in your crochet projects, such as pattern repeats and the beginning of rounds. We hope these stitch markers will enhance your crochet experience, making your projects more enjoyable and precise. And I'm looking, and yeah, so I don't think there's a specific set for crochet. It's just mostly knitting themed stuff and sewing. Great. We're talking about frogging, introducing this month's yarn. Okay, So they call the purple one, they call this one purple, and this one dusty pink. And okay, and then we'll have to see which ones I can make. Okay, so these are the 3 patterns for this month: a hanging organizer, a puff stitch pot holder, and a colorful purse. Let's see, is it gonna, there we go. Those are the 3 patterns. I am excited. This summer is like crochet bag summer. This really is. I am planning on making all the bags this summer. All the bags. And this voting on the purse. Yeah, Gabby, absolutely. So Gabby, in what episode was it? What episode was it? The first box. Maybe episode 12? We determined that I was able to make 2 of the 3 patterns. And so we were hoping that that's a monthly occurrence, that they give you enough yarn and they give you 3 patterns and like disperse it enough that you're able to make at least 2 of them. I'm looking at this now and I don't know if that will apply for this month. So we'll see. So the hanging organizer, that is a beginner pattern. Oh, I love that organizer. I could tuck that above my bed's headboard to put my glasses at night. Yes, I have been seeing a lot of different crochet like headboard organizers becoming like really popular lately. I don't have a headboard. I've never really liked headboards, but something like on my desk or even in my car, I would absolutely use. So that is cute. It's very small. It's very small, so I'm hoping that this is like, oh, you can make this from the leftover from your friend. We're just gonna hope. We're holding out hope, Gabby. We're holding out hope, okay? Okay, so this looks like a very simple one. This pattern requires 35 grams of the pink and 20 grams of the purple. Okay, do you guys see my face? Because there's very little pink in the purse. I'm holding out hope. There's very little pink in the purse. And there's more in this folder. I think I'm gonna be able to make both. Okay. And then let me cover up the QR code. There we go. This is the pot holder. That one's intermediate level puff stitch, also using mostly of the pink. Oh no, it's half and half. 20%, oh, okay. 20 grams of the dusty pink and 20 grams of the purple. Is somebody keeping track? We're getting to the purse. Let's see how much yarn that takes. I'm thinking yarn chicken games shall commence. I'm thinking so too. Okay, I hope somebody's keeping track. So we have 100 grams of the purple and 50 grams of the pink. I am now turning to the purse. Okay. I can't wait to watch that back. That was me doing math without telling you guys. Friends, the purse requires 25 grams of the dusty pink and only 55 grams of the purple. How is that possible? How's that possible? Really? Because you make 2. How is this possible? Oh, okay, so you make 5 of the purple. You make 5 hexagons of the purple and 2 of the pink. So yeah, it is possible. Does the purse have handles? It does. It came with handles. It came with like a leather strap, actually, not handles. It came with a strap. I showed it very briefly because I got really excited because I noticed that this would have to be a purse. But yeah, it comes with a leather strap. No yardage. It does have yardage, but it doesn't say the yardage in the pattern. No, it just says the grams. So the purse takes 25, so half of this, and this and a little bit. 55 grams of the purple. Okay, so let's go back. Because in the last book, it said that, it like specifically said, remember the 3 yarns included in the box won't be enough for all projects. It says that. However, okay, bag 25 and 55. So that leaves me 25 and 45. 25 of the pink and 45 of the purple. 25 of the pink and 45 of the purple. I can make the organizer. I would have to switch the colors. Okay? And then the pot holder, I could make the pot holder. It's just 20 grams of each. So I can make the bag and one more. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm really excited. Okay. So we're making the bag. We're making the bag. For sure. 110% we're making the bag. Which one do you want to make first? The bag. The bag. We're making the bag first. And we have, I'm like shaking, I'm so excited. And we have enough yarn to make one of the other ones. So friends, the organizer or the pot holder? I think I want the organizer. The pot holder colors won't match my kitchen. But I could make it and give it away. I think I wanted... Organizer would be cute in the car. Alexis says organizer. Let me show you guys the options again. Yeah, that pot holder, I wouldn't use in my kitchen. I'd end up giving it away. So those are the options. We're already going to do the bag. So Ava, we're doing the bag first. It could hang over a beach chair handle too. True. That's very true. Okay, we're doing the bag and the organizer. Done. Oh my gosh. This was a good one. This was a good one. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'll show you guys the bag again. I don't think I did an up close of the bag. This is the bag. Look at how cute that is. Are you kidding me? I'm so excited. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for this. I am very, very excited. The pinks don't look the same. Hold on. Is it just my light? It might just be... Oh, yeah. This dusty pink does not look like this pink in here. This pink is fun. I like this pink. This dusty pink isn't bad, but it is not this pink. This is like a rose taupe. This is not dusty pink. Oh yeah, it says it's dusty pink. But yeah, it looks very different from the photos. Oh, okay. I'm happy. I'm happy. This feels awesome too. And it looks like it's a lot of fibers twisted together. I don't know if you can see the density of that. I'm excited for this bag. I've never done a hexagon before. Hexagon? Yes, 6. I've never done a hexagon before. So I would definitely be excited to try this out. It looks like it's made up of puff stitches and double crochets. Interesting. I'll have to be very consistent with my tension because we know puff stitches are a yarn eater. And especially if you're not consistent with your tension, it can really tear through your yarn. So if I want to be sure that I'm able to make the organizer, then I need to pay attention to my tension. Pay attention to your tension, friends. Pay attention to the tension. You say that 5 times fast. Pay attention to the tension. Pay attention to the tension. So that is that. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is fun. You will get used to it in no time. Thank you. Yeah, usually it takes me a couple of tries, especially with yarn that I have not used before. So I've never used 100% unshrinkable extra fine merino wool. That is what is said here. I feel like I have to say the whole government name. I have never used that before. The first time I've ever even used wool and viscose was in the last Hooks and Needles box. So what's awesome about this box is like I was just chit-chatting with my mom about it, because we were like not so much like the value so much as to like why do a subscription box. And my thing, 2 things, I'm getting yarn that I never wouldn't have otherwise purchased, because I'm huge on cotton. I'm a huge cotton person. Like cotton yarn is perfectly fine for me. I'm fine in that realm. And then acrylic, of course, for amigurumi, blankets, like that kind of stuff, like house goods, stuff like that. But I really like cotton. So I don't know. I haven't really had a desire to try wool, and especially living here in California, I haven't really had a desire to use wool. What's funny is I was chit-chatting with Alexis about the cover-up Gabby that she made. She used wool. Did you recommend wool in your pattern? The Sweet Jane top? And Alexis, am I getting that right? I think you said that you did use wool for that. But because the top is so nice and airy, it doesn't feel... You recommend a weight. Okay. So Alexis, I'm pretty sure you said that you used wool. I don't want to say the wrong thing. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Because you use such an airy stitch, like the pattern is so nice and airy, using wool was fine, especially here in Los Angeles. I don't want to constrict creators to a certain type. That's really nice. I really love that. I did use wool. I believe it was worsted weight. So you used a heavy weight, a worsted weight wool, and we're in LA. And Alexis had mentioned that it felt great. And especially because the pattern, the Sweet Jane top by Gabby, was nice and airy, that it was fine using wool. So I think I might, especially for airy tops, I might dip my toes in that a little bit. But I'm saying all of that to say, talking with my mom about why doing subscription boxes. I'm getting yarn I never would have picked up. I never would have picked up 100% unshrinkable extra fine merino wool. I never would have picked this up. And their last box, again, it was merino wool and viscose. Please don't make fun of me. I don't know. Like I said, I use cotton and acrylic. And I started using it the other day and was like, oh, I see. I see now why people would use wool. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. And then even feeling this, I'm like, wait a minute, this is kind of nice. But I never would have otherwise tried this yarn had I not gotten a subscription box. And I'm huge on subscriptions. I love subscription boxes. I love every month getting something in the mailbox. I just do. I did a sticker subscription for a really long time because I love stickers. Stationery subscription, makeup subscriptions. I've done several different subscriptions. And I'm really digging this. I also, the second point, because I said I had 2 points. The second point is I'm trying patterns that I probably wouldn't have tried. I've never made a hexagon. I have never made a hexagon. And so now I'm going to make a hexagon. I haven't made like a little organizer. I've been wanting to crochet something like for my car. And now I'll have something for my car. Like, it's awesome. It's really, really cool, because then it's giving me an opportunity to try and do things I have not done or tried before. So I definitely recommend it. Even if you just do it for 1 month and try it out, or do it every other month, or just a couple times a year, this box is really nice. And I have gifted my mother another yarn subscription box. I don't want to say who they are. If you do want to know, you can message me on Yarn Over Hook to send me a message and just like, hey, what was the yarn subscription box you got your mom? I didn't really like it. It depended. I sent her 3, and I think she liked 2 of the 3. One of them, the yarn was just not good. It kept falling apart. And so that one wasn't a good one. This one, definitely recommend. Definitely recommend. Hello, Gabby. Cotton is also lovely with my pattern since you are a cotton gal. I'm gonna make your, I want to say it again, the Sweet Jane. I want to be sure I'm saying the pattern name correctly. Sweet Jane. Okay, great. The Sweet Jane top. I want to make that too, because it was so like, ooh, we like talked about it on the line. We were doing like this. It's so like regal. And I love it. It would be, I'm actually wanting to make a cover up for my reception outfit. My reception outfit for my wedding is a tank top. And I was just looking at like, I kind of want to get like a cute little shrug or a cute little cover up for the evening, because the evening will be cooler. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and grab that Sweet Jane top from Gabby. In the Stitches episode, if you guys are looking for that pattern right this instant, my Sweet Jane is a little sister to the Mary Jane long sleeve. Oh, well then I will be making your Mary Jane one. Are you on Etsy, Gabby? I was saying, in our Stitches episode, we, especially Alexis, walked through several patterns that she has done. And if you go in the description of our Stitches episode, you'll see all of those patterns that Alexis mentions. And Gabby's pattern for her Sweet Jane top that Alexis is wearing in that episode is listed in that description in that video. So definitely check it out. Are you Hello Gabby on Etsy? I'll give you a shout out here. I'm so happy that you're here. Yes, on Etsy and Ravelry for your top, you want to also look into Love Connections pattern. It might be light enough. Hello Gabby 88. Let's see. I want to see this. Hello Gabby 88. Are we going pattern shopping again on live, friends? This is not a good habit for me. This is not a good habit for me. It's really not. Wait, the ever after is exactly what I'm looking for. Yep, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna show you, friends. Let me see. Cute. It's one of those like, hold on, there we go, had a glare. It's one of those like shrugs with a sleeve. This is exactly what I was looking for. Yay! Okay. Okay. I have got to stop buying patterns on live, guys. This is not a good habit for me. This is not a good habit for me. Oh, and the Mary Jane one looks so good. This is the Mary Jane one. I feel like it's not... Is that a little bit? There we go. A little bit. I will be linking Gabby's store in the description. Thank you so much, Gabby. I'm so glad that you're here. Hi, Thrifty Crocheter. Hello. How are you? Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a super Saturday and a wonderful weekend. I hope you're having a super Saturday and a wonderful weekend, Thrifty Crocheter. Pattern shopping is so fun. I've made many ever after for weddings. Okay, yep. Hold on. Let me go ahead. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, I just got it. Thank you so much, Gabby. I'm so glad that you're here. I was literally just thinking last night, I was like, I really need to I want to make a shrug, something that'll be quick, for my wedding after. And I have a ton of white, Lion Brand 24/7 cotton yarn. And I think I'm going to go ahead and make it from that. Awesome. That was easy. It was exactly, oh my gosh, thank you. No, it was exactly what I was thinking about making last night. So I'm happy that you're here. This was meant to be. Okay, cool. That is awesome, friends. Here we are. Let me like try and, you know, like social media this up. Hold on. Make this look pretty. Yeah, kind of, almost. Almost. Okay. Yeah? Okay, yeah, almost. That was good for a quick one. So this is the April box. Yay! If you want to try out hooks and needles, you can use the link in our description. It is an affiliate code, 100% transparency. So we do get, what is it, like a commission or something like that. And you can use Yarn Over Hook 20 for 20% off your first box. Yeah, definitely check it out. Again, I purchased this box with my money. They did not send it to me and tell me like, Sammi, talk about us on live. I chose to do this, with my money. So, oh man, I'm so excited. My face hurts. I'm so excited to try this out. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, cool. And I'm excited to make this top. Give me looking back at it. I'm so excited. Okay, it was perfect. It's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, Crochet Nation. Again, not a sponsor, just purchased this because I was advertised it on IG and I was like, let me check it out. This is cool. So it's set up just like a newspaper. It's so weird to like have like a newspaper. Like I grew up like watching my granddad read the newspaper every morning. So it's like weird to like have a newspaper of my own. But it is like super cute. I'm sorry for the lines down there. I had to like block out my address. But look at that. We have like newspaper ASMR. There's patterns. They like talk about a bunch of stuff. I think all of these are patterns that are in the newspaper. Oh, look at this filet crochet. Look at this. Let me cover the QR code. I hope I did before. Look at that filet crochet. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's like really cool. You'd be like my granddad. Ooh, I'm not as good as him. Hold on. Okay, can you tell I don't read newspapers? Look at that. Look how cool that is. It's to control the yarn coming out of your bag. How cool is that? Gabby, no worries. Thank you so much for hanging out. Definitely stop by tomorrow. We would love to see you during our event. Have a great rest of your weekend. And it was great meeting you on live. I love Gabby's patterns and I love that she's representing crochet at SoCal Fiber Fair. Oh, yes. Yes, because we chatted about that and her being like the only crochet table at SoCal Fiber Fest. Oh, thank you so much for coming in, Gabby. I'm so glad we were able to meet over live. I love that the newspaper is in color, right? Oh my gosh. You know, it didn't even dawn on me. It didn't even dawn on me that it could be not in color. Oh, that is so fun. That is so fun. So we have those crochet patterns and just like, kind of like just fun things that you might find. I'm loving that crochet yarn tinder though. That's really nice. Yeah. And like just different like crochet ideas. This one is saying like how to crochet the Suzette stitch. So it walks you through a stitch. This is the featured stitch of the month, the Suzette stitch. That's fun. Beginner's Corner, mastering the basics with confidence. And they go through so many different tips. Too stiff, accidentally loose stitches, struggling with tension, getting wavy edges. Beyond blankets, ways to use this stitch. And they teach you a stitch here. That is so fun. This is so cool. This is so cool. Featured yarn of the month. Rico Rumi DK. Oh, this looks like this is like DK amigurumi, or a yarn specific for amigurumi. Has anybody used Rico Rumi? Interesting. And then patterns, which is awesome. Some games. They have like, ooh, I'm sorry. They have games. This is so fun. I know, so I think, I can't remember what the site is, but I will put the site in the description so that you guys can check this out. But this is so fun. And there's so many patterns. There's so many patterns. I'm gonna show you guys. This is incredible. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm really excited to get a newspaper every month. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be just sitting there on the couch, like drinking my hojicha, reading the newspaper. I have a community spotlight. Oh, how fun. Some events coming up. More games. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. I would definitely check this out. This is the 3rd issue of Crochet Nation. Oh, I love Rico Rumi. I use it for wearables. Oh, nice. Interesting. Yeah, this is awesome. This is so cool. So this is the 3rd issue. They've just started. I'll give you one guess what the first newspaper they came out with was. And then crochet. I'll give you guys just one guess. So this is the 3rd issue of Crochet Nation. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the 1st and 2nd one, and I'll let you guys know. I really love trying these things out for Yarn Over Hook community. If you guys have anything that you're like, hey, Samantha, can you spend your money instead of me spending my money on this thing? Sure. Message me, let me know. If it's something that's not like astronomical, I would love to try it. I still need to order those glasses that like help you look without looking at your crochet. I still need to order those because I want to try them out. But yeah, if you guys ever come across anything, let me know, because I would love to try stuff out, and would love to try stuff out for y'all. So that's that. Crochet Nation and Hooks and Needles. I'm so hyped. What an amazing day. All this came yesterday and it really like brightened up my day. Okay. That's that on that. I really want to make another granny square. So, hello friends. What did you bring to drink? What did you bring to crochet? Let's get into the crochet and chit-chatting. I have my guava Sao Paulo LaCroix. Fancy LaCroix. It's warm today, and I haven't gotten my like sun tea setup going yet, so I don't have any tea with me. I like to make sun tea in the summer and keep it in the fridge so that I can have iced tea throughout the day. And so I haven't gotten that setup going yet, but I would have iced tea now during the warm months. But today we have water, which is good. All right, Renee has Diet Dr. P in water, finishing the dumpster. So tell me about this dumpster, Renee. You're sewing everything together. How is it going? Here's what I brought to crochet. We have all the yarn for this square. We're going to now move yellow out, and this blue here, this like turquoise color, will go into the center. So remember from episode 20 on Thursday's live, we determined that we are going to alternate, not so much like shuffle the colors around, but do kind of like a round robin. So keeping this order, but doing like a round robin kind of style. I love this square. I love these colors. I'm so happy. So the first one we need then is the turquoise. And then we'll need yellow, and then we'll go out from there. So turquoise, yellow, pink, blue, and then orange. Great. So this is what this next square will look like, starting from the turquoisey color. And I think I forgot to measure. I meant to do like a measuring thing, but I do think I'll be able to get the number of squares that I need from this. I actually really do. Okay. It was so many pieces, but it's taking shape. I think it will be lopsided, but that's okay. It's okay. It's a dumpster fire. And this is your first amigurumi, right, Renee? Is this your first amigurumi? Amigurumi. I say it the way I pronounce it in Japanese. I need to not do that because then it doesn't sound right in English. Amigurumi. Amigurumi. There we go. Okay, 1, 2. I'm not doing this right. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I was doing no worries, Noel. I have to go now finish the milk bread I'm making. Ooh, yes! I'm so excited to see you tomorrow for our event. Yes! Our event for tomorrow, Alexis. I can't wait. Good luck with your milk bread. Okay, Renee, I've made some simple ones. Destiny and I were desperately trying to learn how to say that yesterday to no avail. Sit in the Japanese way. I think that works. Well, because if I say it like with the Japanese pronunciation, amigurumi, the R almost sounds like a D. Amigurumi. Like it doesn't sound right, and I don't want folks thinking that they're saying it wrong because of how I'm saying it. And my pronunciation isn't even the best. So I want to be sure I say it like amigurumi. Just amigurumi. Yeah, I'm sure you're saying it fine. Okay, Snowwolf's still working on that bag. How is it going? How far are you? I am very excited about this. So I said earlier that I would go over again the math of this. So I'm doing 5 rows of each color, and I'm doing a round robin rotating those colors. I need to make 13 squares. I am hoping, because I'm doing a round robin of the colors, I will be using the exact same amount of yarn per skein. So that I'm not using more or less yarn of one color, like one specific color. For example, if I kept making this exact granny square, I would be using more turquoise yarn than yellow yarn. Does that make sense? So in order to accommodate for that, I'm round robining the colors so that I'm using the same amount of yarn for every color. So yellow won't be the center for everyone. For this round, yellow is going to be the second round, and thus and so forth. So that I'm using the same amount of yarn. And I'm hoping then that I will be able to actually get the number of squares that I need, and use up all of the yarn to the same degree. That is what I am hoping. Oh no, you had to frog a few rows. Did you make a mistake? Oh no. And then we determined that I would do magic knots. I think that is what I decided. Okay. Magic knot for color changes. If you do not know what a magic knot is, I have a short tutorial on how to do a magic knot. I will link that in the description. It's not very difficult. It does take some finagling, a little bit of dexterity. But once you get it down, then it's really easy and it's very secure. Much better than the square knots I usually do. And very versatile, and a lot easier to crochet over than like square knots, because I was definitely a square knot girly. But after learning how to do the magic knot, which I didn't learn until I started my mood tracker blanket, because I needed to figure out a way to change colors that was secure. And so I started doing the magic knot, and I'm loving it. I actually really like this color changing method. Okay. We got that in. We got that through. But if you check our shorts, you can look in our how-to shorts playlist, and I have a short there on how to do the magic knot. All right, I think this is good. Yes, I made a mistake. Oh no. I hope you're able to catch up quickly. I know that we've joked about when you find a mistake in your crochet and you have to frog and redo it. Your second time around coming through tends to be super, super fast. Almost like you're trying to make up for that time you lost frogging. So I hope that you were able to catch up quickly. Okay, so I really don't want this to be at the front, but it looks like it just wants to be. We'll just be sure to crochet over it really nicely. Okay. And then, right, so that was the turning. Okay. And then I go in here. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so the knot isn't bad. Knot's not bad, guys. Knot's not bad. I have no school Monday or Friday this week. Oh, that's so nice. Plenty of time for crocheting. We were chit-chatting in the Clock app live right before I got onto here about crocheting on sick days. Like especially like when you're feeling kind of icky. What do you guys like to do on like gray days or icky days? I really do like crocheting. I like to sit and just crochet. And drink warm things. And I typically have true crime up, just binging true crime. But I definitely really enjoy just sitting under skeins of yarn and crocheting. I really, really do. If I have the day off and I don't have any like obligations or anything, just sitting under my yarn and crocheting is definitely my go-to. Reading, I'll also just like snuggle up on our chase and just hunker down and read. It's also like a favorite thing of mine. And it's something that I miss doing. I feel like because I decided to crochet so much for my wedding, I feel like I don't have a whole lot of time to just do fun crochet, which is why like I use the opportunity on lives to do it. because one, I can't crochet the wedding favors because some of my family watches the lives and I don't want them to see. And two, I want to be sure I'm concentrating to make sure that they're coming out the way I want them to come out. But while I am very excited for our wedding, I'm very excited to get back to being able to crochet the things that I really want to crochet throughout the day and just in my free time. I have been so inundated with things that I have to crochet, have to make, have to sew, like stuff like that, that aside from doing lives, I feel like I haven't done a whole lot of stuff just for me. So I am very excited to be able to get back into doing that. Again, I am still excited for my wedding, but I am very excited to get through that and get back to like get my free time back. And the ability to kind of just do what I want to do as opposed to what I have to do. I'm not sure. I was just going off. I was just thinking about how much crochet I'm going to bring with me for our wedding, because we're not going on a honeymoon immediately after. We're doing a mini moon kind of thing. And I was like, I could bring my mood tracker blanket. My mood tracker blanket has gotten heavy, very heavy, and it is getting big. Almost to June. So, I mean, we're a fourth of the way through. A little bit over a fourth of the way through the blanket. And I don't know if I can bring it with me. I'm going to be so behind on that blanket after the wedding because I'm not going to be able to bring it with me. So there will be a lot of lives where it's just me catching up on my mood tracker blanket. There's going to be a lot of that. Typically for my tracker blankets, I just keep a list, like a little note on my phone, for like my mood for that day so that I can remember, and then I'll just catch up when I can. But I know I'm going to get very far behind. And it is what it is. It's to be expected. But I don't know. I'm not looking forward to having to play catch up for that one. Going to Cedar tonight, but would rather stay home and crochet. Okay. Cedar. What is Cedar? Am I saying that right? I feel like that's what I say to almost anything. I'd rather be home crocheting. Should that be a new shirt for Yarn Over Hook? I'd rather be home crocheting. I'd rather be crocheting. I feel like I've seen that, but you know, not in the Yarn Over Hook fashion. I think we should make, should we have a tote and a t-shirt? I'd rather be crocheting. I feel like that's a very strong sentiment in the crochet community. Because I'm always bringing crochet with me. I always have a crochet project on me. Because like just in case, I'm always saying like just in case I end up with some free time here or there. I'm stuck in traffic. I don't know. I'm not condoning crocheting and driving. But I always have a whip bag with me, because you just never know. Even like standing in line at the grocery store, I'll find myself like reaching for my crochet. And it's just like, I just feel like all the time I would just rather be crocheting. Do you guys always carry whips on you? You carry yarn and hooks? I'm gonna make a poll. Poll time. Okay. Do you always have a whip on you? Let me put in parentheses what that means. Work in progress. Work in progress on you. Always. Sometimes. No, not really. Do you always have a whip work in progress on you? There we go. Rock the boat. I posted the progress on Yarn Over Hook. Let me go see. And Renee, if you would like to post a picture of your dumpster fire. I would love to see it. Okay, Yarn Over Hook. There we go. Had to frog, but here's the progress after. Oh, it looks so neat. It looks so good, Snow Wolf. So neat. So no regrets in frogging? Oh, hold on. Definitely want to crochet over that tail as much as I can. There we go. All right, let me push that back underneath there, keeping that nice and neat. I love this pink, yellow, and turquoise. I'm just like, I'm such a like spring, like bright color girly now. I used to be like very much into neutrals, if you can believe it or not. If you can believe it, there we go. If you can believe it. I used to really love neutrals and just crocheting in neutrals. And now my things are bright colors and white. Those are my favorite colors to crochet with. Nope, no regrets. Good. Very, very good. I'm happy to hear it because it looks good. Looks nice and neat. Your stitches are consistent. It looks so good. Okay. What's next? Blue. Ooh, I cut that a little short. To pay attention to that. It's a little short. Little short. It's okay. Like sometimes when I'm doing these magic knots, I feel like I should be like a boo, boo, boo. Sometimes I feel like I'm like doing surgery on my crochet, trying to get this knot perfect. Okay, there we go. Pull it together. Hi, Marquis. How are you? Welcome. Marquis, you're gonna have to watch the recording. I got my hooks and needles box today. And we did an unboxing. I'll do one last reveal at the end. But it's some fun stuff. Some fun things this month. Good, I'm so glad. What did you bring to drink? What did you bring to crochet? I'm so happy that you're here. How are your bags going? How's the Yarn Over Hook bag going? All the questions. I've just like bombarded you with all the questions. Okay, I think this is fine. What's going on here? There we go. Yes, okay. And then pull through there. And then that's good. And here. Okay. I think so. I think this is fine. Yeah, that should be fine. I drank a cup of hot tea earlier. Very nice. It is warming up here, so hot tea isn't as appetizing anymore. It was like gloomy and cold for so long. And then just all of a sudden it's like spring was like, oh my gosh, I'm late. And so now it's like high 70s, like to mid 80s. We have a meetup tomorrow for the Los Angeles crochet group, and we're going to the park. We'll be crocheting in the park tomorrow. The weather should be perfect, and I'm so excited. Marquis just skimmed through it. That's awesome. And yeah, like great way to try new yarns out. Absolutely. Yes, that's what we were talking about. It's like such a good way to try out new yarns. Such a good way to try out new yarn. And especially like yarn that you wouldn't otherwise purchase, that you might just pass over in the store. Like I was mentioning, because of the weather here in Los Angeles, like I don't have any interest in buying wool. But both of the boxes that I've had so far from Hooks and Needles has been wool. And it's like really nice. Really, really nice. And so now it makes me kind of like, oh, maybe I'll go ahead and give wool a try. Try it out a little bit. Diana, hello! I'm drinking water and making a Rasta beanie. I made a pullover sweater in gold. Oh, Diana, that sounds so fun. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. That sounds so nice. We get high 90s, low 50s. It's a trip. Holy cow. Holy cow, Marquis. That is wild. Yeah, that's our high. Our high is from like high 70s to mid 80s. Our lows are still in our 50s. The nights are still cool. The nights are still cool, which is what I like about being here. The nights are cool. Which is why like I'm hoping that I can wear my hexagon cardigan in the summer still, like in the nighttime. Sometimes my husband and I like to go out on like a late night walk, or like walk down to like a restaurant or a cafe in the evening, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to wear that sweater. Otherwise I will have to wait till the fall. Diana, yesterday was my mom's birthday. She's 92. That's incredible, Diana. Happy birthday to your mom. Did you make her anything? Snow Wolf, I'm in Texas, so it's so bipolar. Yeah, I have family in Texas. Yarn Overhook is based out of Austin. It's where the rest of the Yarn Overhook team is. And yeah, they're telling me all the time that the weather out there is wild. Okay, I'll put this here and yarn or crochet over it. And crochet over that. There we go. Okay, but I want to be sure that this looks okay, because this is like my front. It's a little loose, so I'm going to redo those. There we go. That's way better. Way better. Okay. Texas is me too. Texas, yes. I named my daughter Texana. That's actually really cute. I'm a 45-minute drive from Austin. Very nice. We were just talking about crochet groups and getting in-person crochet groups going in cities. Austin might be one of our first ones, our like tests to see like how our like pilot in-person crochet groups go. We already have somebody who wants to host in New York, and folks who want to host in Atlanta. So that's nice to know that you aren't too far from Austin. Diana, yes, thank you. She loves dolls, so I made her a doll. Diana, that's so nice. Oh, that is so sweet. I love it. I love it. Was the doll like in her likeness? It won't be during the day, Snow. It'll probably be on the weekends. There are folks who work during the day, during the week, so it would be, I don't know. It would have to depend on the members and who's running it and all of that stuff. But definitely keep an eye out. I really want to get that going, especially with the summer coming up. So definitely keep an eye out for it. Okay. All right. Surgery done. And it was a success. There we go. Sorry, I'm in and out because I need to go to video for help with this dumpster fire. It's no worries, Renee. It's no worries. Snow, I lived in North Dallas for 6 years. It's crazy weather. Oh, Texas has some wild weather. It's like perfect because I feel like Texas has wild energy. So I feel like it fits Texas's personality, in my opinion. I know you've mentioned it before, but how big is that square? So this square, I actually don't know if I've mentioned the sizing before. But I would say it's about 6 inches, about 6 inches wide. I don't have my measuring tape with me. Yeah, no, I don't have my measuring tape with me. But good question, Ava. I'm thinking that they're going, this is maybe about 6 inches. It might be a little bit between like 5 and 6. So the final square. But I am actually decided, I remember I mentioned in the Thursday live that I was going to do a white border. So I'm not technically going to do that, but I'm going to crochet the squares together. What is it? Join as you go. Join as you go. So the final round of this will be white, but I'm doing it in a join as you go method. I've never done it before. Join as you go is basically you're joining the squares together with a row, 2 rows of granny stitches. So you're doing your final outline of each square, but joining it to the other one as you go. I have no idea how to do it. I'm really interested in figuring it out because a lot of people started doing that method for joining their granny squares, and I want to try it. So I'm going to try it out with this bag. And so then each square will be definitely 6 inches. So probably between 6 and 7 inches will be the final square width. Oh my gosh, of course, Ava. Did I post my sweater on here yet? I don't know, did you? On Yarn Over Hook? I have it open. If you want to post, I would love to see. What are you making the square for? I am making the square for a granny square bag that I am making for the summer. So I need to make 13 of them. And this is the second one. Okay, I have yarn over hook open. Diana, I'm waiting to see this sweater. Oh! Here it is, here it is. Okay, my sweater, I finished it yesterday. Oh, it's so cute. Is this for yourself, Diana? Love. So cute. And I love the color. So cute. I was curious. Yeah, no, of course. I talk more in detail in it in episode 20. Right? Episode 20? Yes, Thursday's episode. I go into a lot of detail on what I'm doing for this square and how I'm like doing the colors. I like ran through the colors and everything. So definitely check out episode 20 if you guys missed it. I walk through all of the colors in the pack that I got and separate them out. So I'm hoping that I can get 2 bags out of that pack. That is the goal, is to get 2 bags out of it. And I'm thinking I'll be able to. I really do. Each skein is 50 grams. And it doesn't take a lot to make these granny squares. So I'm hoping that I'm able to make at least 2 bags from the whole pack. And this is that Hobie yarn cotton, and I'm using the rainbow one. Because I bought Friends, and then I bought Rainbow. And I started out with the rainbow one because I really like the colors. I really love how vibrant they are. Oh, no worries. Alrighty, this square is almost done. I'm going to cut the tails, make sure everything is nice and tucked in, and then start the other one. This one crocheted up so quickly. So fast, this one. Alright, and so that's the last row of that. Oh, that's the back. There we go, the back. Oh my gosh, that one is so fun. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. What a happy day. What a joyous day. Okay, so this one, that is it, right? So to end this granny square, I'll chain 2 and then go into that turning chain. Alrighty, that one is done. Let me tighten that up. Give it a little tail. I just love to make them. Just post my beanie, but this one is too big for me. I use a 6mm hook. Next time I'm going to use a 5mm hook. Ooh, okay, I can't wait to see it. Let me check it out. Alrighty, there we go. That one is done. Does anybody see any mistakes? If you do, don't say anything. I'm pretty sure I did it right. That was just so fast. I did that like really quickly. Yay! Yay, it looks so good. Okay, so let me scooch some stitches in. So I feel like, there we go. Make my seamless a little bit more seamless, so we can't see too much there. And then cut these tails. But let me see your hat. Granny squares do work out quickly. Oh, that looks so fun, Diana. Are you making that one for yourself? I couldn't remember what you said. Yay! Rachel finished her second panel. Marky! It looks so good! Oh my gosh, are you still here? It looks perfect. Yarn over hook inspired bag. It looks so perfect. Diana, yes. Oh, good. I love it. You know, I'm all for making things, like, if you like to give gifts, give gifts. But I'm all for making things for yourself. I feel like so much of crochet has become like, can you make this for me? Can you make this for me? Can you make this for me? That when people say that they're making things for themselves, I'm really happy. It makes me really happy. Alrighty, cutting all of these little tails. This one here.
You better wait here. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Even 10 minutes is a long time to be away from you.
Alrighty. This bag's working up quick. Very nice. Yes, I love a project that works up quickly. Love a project that works up quickly. Okay. Yay! Here we are. Here's the second square. Yay, it looks so good. Okay, so now these are the two squares that we have. So do we see the vision? And then it'll be white in between. Do we see it? Do we see it? I am so excited. I'm so excited. It's gonna be such a beautiful bag. So colorful. Okay, so now we are going to scooch this turquoise out, and now orange will be in the center. Yay, yay, yay. Marquis, so pretty. Definitely weave in those ends real quick. It pays off in the end. I had so many ends to weave in at the end. Oh yeah, no, there's just one. Or two. There's one from the magic circle and on the ends. And these will be crocheted over. So trust me, I'm definitely a weave in as you go girly. There are no color changing ends in sight. Love these. Thank you, Ava. Okay, so now we're shuffling. We're shuffling. So now orange will be the first one. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. It looks so, so good. Okay. There we go. Now we're starting with orange. I love this orange. It is so bright. And I have to block these. Do you guys block your projects? I have always blocked my squares. After doing this blanket, this is the first blanket that I made out of squares. And I did not block them. I didn't know that that was a thing. And I absolutely should have blocked them. Absolutely should have blocked them. After I made this blanket and I realized, like, I was putting all the squares together and I was realizing that the squares weren't lining up. Some felt like rectangles while others felt like big gigantic squares. I finished it up and I was like, oh, I was supposed to block them. I just like learned about blocking shortly after making this blanket. And so since then, anytime I make a square, I block it. I put my squares on a blocking board. Like, it's weird to see these squares just sitting here. Typically, once I finish a square, I immediately put it on a blocking board. So I immediately put it on a blocking board, and sometimes I'll just leave it. I'll just leave my squares for like a couple weeks, and it'll be like a simple, what, like a dry block, a simple dry blocking. But then other times I will steam it. I'll just take a steamer to my blocking board with them on there and just steam them. But do you guys steam your granny squares? Those are cute. Thank you, Diana. No, I don't. Okay, Snow. So cute. Do you have a video on blocking? I don't have a video on blocking, but I can make a short one. I should. Blocking is super, super simple, and there are different ways that you can do it. So I should definitely make a video on blocking. Especially because I've definitely come to, especially working with cotton garments, I've come to realize that blocking, especially for wearables and anything that you want to have a good consistent shape, you should absolutely take the time to block. You should take the time to block it. Even if you just put your squares on the blocking board and leave it to do a dry block, blocking your projects in the end will give you a really nice complete look. It's just like with like making a swatch, a gauge swatch. Yes, it takes time, but in the end, it's worth it, in my opinion. Now that I have actually like taken time to like, okay, let me just do a gauge swatch. Let me just do a gauge swatch. I've found that I appreciate it more. It's just like one of those like tedious aspects of crochet, right? Marquis, no, I don't block. Yeah, it's one of those tedious aspects of crochet that in the end will only benefit. So I feel like I'm sounding a little preachy. I don't want to be preachy, but I absolutely recommend blocking. In our Amazon storefront, in the link in our description, I put a blocking board and a steamer that I use. Again, I will never recommend any products that I don't use myself. And I have that steamer and that blocking board. And I really enjoy both of them. So I would put my squares on the blocking board and either leave them for like a week or so, or steam them and let them dry overnight. That is usually like my preferred method with squares. Because after not blocking my squares, no, I block my squares. It comes out neater. Everything comes out neater. You can make everything the same size. Even sewing the squares together, a lot easier. You're not trying to overcompensate because one square is slightly bigger or slightly smaller than the other. So I definitely recommend blocking. And then should your project get wet, God forbid, at some point, if you're using cotton, you don't have to worry too much about like a ton of stretching. If you're using acrylic and your project gets wet, oh my goodness, that water weight can really stretch out your project. I think even if you block acrylic, it could still potentially stretch it. But when you block, you have control of that stretch. So you can stretch your project to the size that you want. And then like you kind of like have that pre-stretch kind of already. I don't know though. I don't know, should you get acrylic wet again, if it'll over stretch it? Probably. But I couldn't stress enough that blocking is only a benefit. Even if it's tedious, it could only benefit your project. There are lots and lots of videos of people doing before and after on blocking. You guys should definitely check those out. I don't block either. Friends! Nobody's blocking? Friends, you should absolutely block. Especially wearables. What do you guys do when you wash your wearables? Can you use acrylic yarn to make washcloths or no? Yeah, I would say so. I don't see why not. They're probably going to stretch over time. And you'll definitely have to wash them plenty, but I don't see why not. I feel like they would last a while. but yeah, I don't see why not. Especially if you're like trying out a stitch or something, you don't want to use a pricier or fancier yarn. I don't see why not. I just make some more, lol, right? Just make more should something happen. Yeah, I don't see why not. I know that like cotton tends to be the go-to for washcloths, which makes sense. If you were to buy a washcloth, it's typically cotton. But if you're crocheting one, I don't know. I don't think there's a problem with that. Don't take my word for gospel though. I don't know now. Now I feel like I gotta like look that up if there is an issue with that. I don't really make wearables. Yeah, I know like if you make squares to put together, I definitely highly recommend blocking your squares. If you're making wearables, I highly recommend blocking to get the shape down for like the shape that you want of your garment. Blocking will help with that. What else? Even if you make like a blanket or something, a bag, something like that, and you want it to have a specific shape, blocking helps. Blocking helps with that. What is going on here? Let me just redo this. I don't understand. That is... Oh, I think I do know what that is. Okay. Hopefully this covers that up better. There we go. Okay. Okay. And then... Oh no. Did I make a mistake there? No, I didn't. No, I don't think so. Alright, moving on to the next color. Oh no. Yeah, Marky, I would definitely look into blocking your projects. You're using acrylic though. I know that there is some like divide in blocking acrylic because it's acrylic, so you can't quite steam it like you can, but it's mostly the heat that blocks it. So you might be fine. If you're doing cotton, that's the one that I know for sure. Cotton, wool, animal fibers, you should absolutely block. Natural fibers, absolutely block. Acrylic, you can block. I don't know. I think it would depend. I block my acrylic sweaters. But that's because, again, I was making squares and I wanted my squares to be nice and even. Especially at my seams. I wanted it to be nice and even and not like bubble out, concave or anything. So I was sure to block those squares. Not through. There we go. Ooh, I think I might have done that one not the best. Let's see. How can I do this? I can probably just hide that knot in there. But that one was a little bit too far away. Let's Let's try again. Yeah, that knot will just have to be hidden in there. And that's okay. If I can get it in there, then it'll be okay. If I can't get it in there, then it won't be. So the only thing with magic knot is like trying to calculate the placement where it ends up when you start crocheting. That's the only thing that I have found kind of difficult about that method. And like once you get it, then you get it. But it can be a little tough to get it sometimes. If you turn every round, do you still have to block when you make a blanket? I would block regardless of how it's made. I would block. I'm working on an acrylic blanket right now, my doodad blanket, and I plan on blocking it. My mood tracker blanket, I will probably block it as well. Yeah, I will probably block that one because I do want it to have a bit of a stretch. And I've seen people block their acrylic with a hairdryer. I've seen that method. I've also seen steam work perfectly fine, but again, I think it's because of that heat. So yeah, I mean, blanket, wearable, squares, block. I use acrylic most of the time. Yep. I would say so. I would too. I would say I do too. It's probably like 55-45 with acrylic and cotton for how much I use. How many rows are you doing? I'm doing 5 rounds. And then the white border that will end up around it will be the 6th. So there'll be 2 rounds of white in between every square for my bags. The pack came with 10, and so I wanted to do at least 5 rounds so that I could have 5 colors for each of the bags. Okay, so that placement was weird. Let's hope that I can cover that sufficiently. I don't know if it will work. It's a good thing it's on the back side, like what will be the back side of my square. Because, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. That works. Great. Okay, and then let's do that. And then next is pink. When our urine surgery here. Ooh, that was a smooth one. That was a good magic knot. All right. Okay, cool. I was worried that I did it again and did the placement wrong, but I don't think so. Just have to get this through here. The knot through here, no. Please come through. Hold on, we'll do this again. I just did it a little too tight. So I want that knot to land right in the middle of my turning double crochet here so that I can, there we go, cover it efficiently. There we go, perfect. There we go. Alright, so this is like the back side, kind of like the wrong side. So we've talked about in that last episode how granny squares, at least done in this method, the like turning method, there isn't really like a right side and a wrong side, but as I've seen with most crocheters, the right side is usually determined by the center part, the center point of the square. So there is like a right and wrong side of, or like a front and back side of a double crochet stitch. And you can see it looks a bit more bumpy on the back. It's a bit bumpy. On the front, it's a bit more smooth. Let me be sure. There we go. Focus. It's a bit more smooth on the front side. There we go, for that orange. So this would be like my front. That's like the right side. So I'm trying my best, if there's any like ugliness in the color changes, to put it towards the wrong side, the back side of that. And what I have seen mostly is crocheters who do granny square projects, whatever that inside portion is, that tends to be the right side. That at least from like what I have seen, and usually what I do, the center point is the right side. The center point determines the right side. What determines the right side for you, Marky? The center point, or do you just kind of put your squares however? This bag is going to be so cute when it's done. The bag that you're working on, Snow Wolf, it is going to be really cute. Are you left-handed? I am not left-handed. Do I look left-handed in the video? It's because it's not mirrored. That's why. No, this is my left hand. I am right-handed. Oh, wow. Okay. That'll be bigger than the first ones I made. I'm doing 4 rows. I noticed that, but I think you were doing worsted weight yarn, right? Weight 4 yarn. I'm making an order right now actually for the 13 square bags, and I'm going to be stitch them with his face on it. What? That is so fun. Never mind, it's the camera. LOL. I'm sorry. You're fine. You don't have to apologize. I always wonder that too when I watch crocheters crochet on video. I like look for if they happen to be married. I look for their wedding ring to determine if they're left-handed or right-handed. If they don't have any rings, and I don't know, it's hard for me to tell. But yeah, it's funny, especially like even on the clock app with live, it mirrors, so I look like I'm crocheting with my left hand. Do I? I know it's the opposite of this. Is it? Now I'm questioning everything. Because I'm pretty sure it's not mirrored, right? Like, yeah, that's not backwards. Now I have to like watch it. Now I'm like wondering. I'm pretty sure I made it so that it doesn't make things backwards, especially when I'm trying to show y'all stuff. I don't want it to be backwards. Marquee, yes, I do that too, so I make sure all the center pulls are on the inside. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, making sure all the center pulls are on the inside. Yeah, because I keep my pull on one side so that I'm sure that it's the right side that I'm working on, or the wrong side that I'm working on. There we go. Oh, this looks so good. All right, and then our final color for this square will be the blue. I really do love that all of the squares will look different. So excited for this. Yeah, it's 4, that's true. Yeah. So with yours being a 4 weight yarn, I think you might be a little bit behind in the live marquee. I'm not sure. Make sure that your live circle is red. Yeah, mine is a 3. And in the Thursday live, I compared my square to a 5 round worsted weight square, and it's a little bit smaller. Just a little bit. It's not like a huge amount smaller, but it is a little bit smaller. Alrighty, perfect. Surgery is a success. All right. Getting this knot placement really slows me down. There we go. Got it. Hi, Cam. Hi, Cam. Hi. I just started my first test bead for the beaded lizard. How's it going? Welcome. Hello. How's it going? How's it going? There we go. Alrighty. This is the front side. Okay. So I kind of want to be sure that this stays to the back. There we go. All right, and this will be our 3rd square. So I'm going to do a squeeze test, squish test, and see how much yarn we have. And if I think we'll be able to make the 13 squares. It's working well so far, but I may make a few edits for look and feel. I feel like the first row looks weird, but my test yarn is also variegated, so I'll see what it looks like with solid yarn. Sounds good. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see, Cam. You're on Yarn Overhook, right? Yeah, we talked about this. That's silly of me to ask. I want to see. I would love to see. It's so funny to see you here on YT and not on the clock app, which is why I'm like, you're on Yarn Overhook, right? I was like, wait, yeah, you are. Because we've talked about this. We just talked about it. I think it's because I'm crocheting too. Oh, Marky. I am such a freehander. I rarely follow a pattern exactly. Over 20 years crocheter, so I tend to edit things anyways. I am actually pretty sure I edited that pattern as well, but I cannot for the life of me remember what I did. I think it had to do with how I started each bead. You'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know how what edits you end up making, because it might be the same thing. We might be on the same wavelength, because there is something that I had changed. It's a small thing, but I remember there being something that I changed about the beads. There was something. It was either maybe like the number of rows that I did, how I joined it, or how I started it. It was something in that, but I can't for the life of me remember. If I were to crochet it again, I'd probably remember what I changed. More recent photo was posted. Okay, let me see your progress, Snow Wolf. I'm everywhere. You are. And I love it. I think I may do single crochet instead half double crochet. I want it to look as smooth as possible. Yeah, the first row looks funky and maybe too tight. I mean the row after you join. I did half double. I know I didn't change the stitch. I did half double. I wish I could remember for you. I wish I could remember what I changed. That's such a bummer. I cannot remember. I just remember talking through it with my mom and seeing if the math would work, and then changing it. But yeah, I can't remember what I changed. I'll post a picture. Yay! I mean, yours looks really good. I just think it's fun to change things and play around with it. No. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I'm just trying to remember what it was that I changed. I wish I could remember so we could like chat about it. But I can't. I cannot remember what I changed. Marquis, your bags look amazing. Oh my gosh, those are all so fun. Those colors are so fun. And yes, Kathleen, it's working up so quickly. It looks so good. Dumpster fire, lopsided but cute so far, and never again. It is very cute, Renee. It looks great. I am surprised that they made it in so many pieces. I'm really surprised that they made it in so many pieces. And you're doing an amazing job, because that's my only qualm with amigurumi. And all of the pieces. And sometimes patterns, I feel like they write it with just too many pieces. Just too many pieces. You're doing great, Renee. You're doing great. Keep going. Keep going. What acrylic yarn did you use? It also looks different from cotton. Yes. So I use acrylic. That is likely Big Twist and Loops and Threads. That's likely what that is, because that was like a Stash Buster-esque kind of project for me. So it's probably Loops and Threads and Big Twist acrylic yarn. So yeah, it is going to look a bit different, and I'm pretty sure she used acrylic yarn for her example as well. So changing the stitch is probably a good call, because you're using a different yarn. So the texture is going to be different. Of course it's Big Twist, I know. I always feel bad now when anybody asks me about my projects. I'm like, ugh. And sometimes I don't even have to say it. They're just like, it's from Joann's, isn't it? And I'm like, yes, it is. What a loss. Man, what a loss. Just such a bummer. Such a bummer. Okay, I just switched to my PC instead. I forgot Marky. Oh my goodness. Welcome back. Okay, so this is it. That's it. This is done. So I need chain 2. Whoops. A little too tight there. There we go. Alrighty. Done with this third one. Yay! Hi Desiree! Welcome, welcome! Hello, hello, hello! So glad that you guys are all here. You'll have to rewatch this episode because we opened up my Hook the Needles box and went through the Crochet Now newspaper. So you guys will have to catch the beginning of this episode. Those of you just joining. The box is awesome. I'm very excited for the box. I cannot wait to make the bag. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. Here we are, our third square. Yay! There's our third one. So here's what we have. You guys, this bag is gonna be so cute. I can't. There's gonna be white in between each square, so they're gonna be spaced apart. Let me make sure, there we go, turning it a little bit. They'll be spaced apart. Okay, we need our store bag. Yes, we do. What you working on? I am working on granny squares for my granny square bag. We're using the Hobie yarn that I just got because I wanted to test out their cotton and I'm loving it so far. Absolutely loving it. Oh my goodness. Ah, these look so fun. These look so fun. Beautiful. Perfect. Those are so pretty. Guys, go on. Thank you. Yeah, they are great. They look so good. They look so good. Okay, let's do one more. We're rotating. So now blue is first. Whoa, 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 whoa. I completely forgot how to make my own magic circle. There we go. My brain completely shut off just then. Let's make that a little smaller. Have to stop crocheting to go do the dishes. No worries. I'd rather be crocheting. Determined we are going to do a yarn over hook version of that shirt and maybe a tote. That'd be fun to add to our shop. I'd rather be crocheting. For those who just joined, hello friends, what did you bring to drink? What did you bring to crochet? What are we working on? I need to make 13 of these granny squares, and then I'll do that whole like cool folding method, like connect them all, doing the join as you go method, and then folding it in that really cool almost like origami-esque way, and then making a handle. The handle will be white as well. I just really like white. I really like the color white for my outfits, accessories, things like that for the summer. I just really do. I am such a sucker for it. I need a shirt that says that for sure. LOL, yes. Okay, we need to do it. We're gonna do it. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I put a body in the freezer to make it slushy. Wait, what? To make it slushy, and it's probably frozen solid. Oh no. My 5-year-old wants a rainbow hat, so I'm gonna so I'm doing granny squares for that. Cute. I love it. It's like Gatorade kind of. Oh, okay, 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 okay. I was like, what is that? No, 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 you're totally fine. I have to be careful what I say out loud on YT. Don't want to get flagged or anything. Okay, surgery time for the magic knot. I'm getting my nails done on Monday. We're gonna trim them down a little bit because they are getting in the way. There's a certain point that my nails get, like a certain length that my nails get, that just makes, especially tying knots, pretty difficult. And I think we're there. I'll have to tell my nail tech. She's not gonna be happy. Every time I ask her to cut my nails down, she like gets upset. But I have to crochet. That's what I tell her. I'm like, I can't crochet. I love my nails, but I can't. I get to a point where it is so hard for me to crochet. And what I'm doing tutorials for y'all, and I need you guys to be able to see. I need you guys to be able to see the project. I've seen some crochet tutorials. Maybe not seen is the more appropriate word. Because the crocheter's nails are too long. I can't see anything. And I would hate to do that to y'all. I would feel so bad if I did that to y'all. So I'm gonna have to talk to my nail tech. We might have to do a little bit of a trim. But again, she's not gonna be happy. Hi Rigby! How are you? No, I get that so much. There's two different people that are working on detachable nails that are 3D printed and like slot into each other. That is wild. That is so cool. I have been wanting them so bad because sometimes you just want long nails, sometimes you don't. I want long nails all the time. All the time I want long nails, but I definitely don't like when they get in the way. But that is really cool. Like snap on, snap off nails. That is really cool. Especially if you have like an event and you want long nails, but then like you don't want those event nails for like a whole week or 2 weeks. Yeah, I totally get that. That is really cool. No, I agree that it can be hard to see. Are those your natural nails? They are. But I mean practical wise. Yes. Yeah. No, I completely agree with you. Yeah, these are my natural nails. And my rainbow nails that I had before this set, the nails, they were so long. They got so long, and we're getting close. We're getting close to that. So yeah, these are my natural nails. I'm gonna go a little bit simple this next go around. Because I want something simple before my wedding nails. I haven't decided yet what I want to do for those. But I've been liking the bright colors because they match my yarn. I've been really liking the bright colors. Because then I do the tutorials and I'm like, my nails are matching my yarn. It's so fun. It's so fun. But it isn't fun when you can't see the tutorial. I've seen it so much with crochet. I've seen it so much because I get it. It's just like I love long nails too. But if you're making tutorials, you might want to cut them a little bit. Very nice. I've been growing mine out and they're doing so well. And then my thumbnail broke. I feel you. I feel you. That's why I have hard gel. I get hard gel on my nails so that they don't do that, because it would bum me out when I would grow my nails out and then they would snap on something. And then with my crocheting and how much I'm moving my fingers, inevitable. So Renee, I need to go, but I'm probably about halfway done with my project. Yay! I want to finish for a friend by tomorrow at 10 a.m. Oh my gosh, crossing my fingers for you, Renee. Have a great evening. That's smart. I think I'm gonna start using a primer on them. Mooncat has a good one. Yeah, Mooncat does have a good one. My nails break at the same length all the time. I had that same issue. I would know exactly when my nails were about to break before I started using hard gel. I had the same issue. I know exactly what you mean. Gosh, and doing this magic knot. Yeah, doing this magic knot is not very easy. Knot is not very easy with my nails. Do you guys do the magic knot, or do you still do square knots? Or what's the other one called? Irish knot? Is that what it's called? When you kind of like weave it into each other? I have not tried that method. My mom has. But I have not. I have not. This is so funny. I'll have to try that out and then do a tutorial for y'all. Alrighty, surgery complete. I love this pillow. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. But that's been like my table this whole time. I use it as a table now for like my projects. If I need to like tie knots, it's like my surgery table for my crochet. I feel like I look so silly. I can't wait to look back at this recording because I definitely feel like I look very, 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 very silly. Let's see, I keep mine. Wait for what? Wait for what? I keep mine super short. I feel so bad if I accidentally scratch my kids. Oh my gosh, I feel that. I'm not what any of that. Huh? Yeah, it's so sad when they're at the perfect length and they break. Yes, I'm still very new to crochet. Oh, the knots. Yes. So there are different ways that you can change the color of your yarn. As well as just like connect two ends of like the end of a skein and the beginning of a skein. The magic knot is one method where you tie a knot around each strand and pull, which is really, really cool. And then there's a method where you kind of weave the end of a yarn, like you tie a knot and then you weave the end through the strand. Look up, I think it's called Irish knot. So look up Irish knot. Let me see if I can find it. I want to be sure that that's what it's called. Irish knot. That might not be what it is. Hold on. I might have been mistaken. Nope, it's not. What is it called? It's not the Irish knot. I misspoke. Let me see. Color changing knot, crochet. So there's the magic knot, and then I wish I could remember what it's called. I can't believe. Oh, there it is. Yes. Okay, this is it. But I feel like it's not saying what it is. I feel like it's not saying what it's called. Russian join, not Irish knot. Russian join. There we go. Oh my gosh, look at the chat saying, Russian join. Thank you. I'm just like sitting here looking it up. We're talking about different knots. Oh, I use rush and join because it's invisible and I don't like worrying about knots. Rush and join. Thank you guys. There are probably other names. There are not. It's rush and join. But I tried to do the unbreakable knot one and it didn't work for me, so I got fed up. I make a note to look into these knots. Definitely Desiree. Rush and join. Russian. That's fun. Thank you, Cam. You guys are so funny. Thank you. Good looking out. This is teamwork. I looked up right at the perfect time. It's like I heard you calling my name, Cam. That's so funny. Thanks, Mom. So then, Mom, so you tried it. What did you think of it? I can't remember what you said. The Russian join knot. You tried that one. Oh my goodness. That's what at least 2 of us use. Okay, haha, it's okay. I get that. Like when trying to find something. I know, I feel like it's like when I'm trying to find my glasses and I've put them on my head. That's what that felt like just then. I'm really stubborn. I am so stubborn. Diana, I am making 13 squares. This will be my last square for the day. Telepathic connection it was. Okay, I love it. Okay. And you've had no issue with it coming apart? I wonder if it depends on the fiber. On like how well it does. Because I have seen several videos where people try it on different fibers. But that method is so wild. I imagine it doesn't work with plush. Where is the team, Sammy? I see one person. Huh? We're a team. Good looking out, team. But I think it's not necessary for every knotting situation. I use primarily the magic knot. Okay. I'm making 10 squares. I have 7 left. Very nice, Desiree. We're her team. Yes, the chat plus Sammy plus Google. Yes. Yes, I think it depends on the fiber. Yeah, it definitely depends on the fiber. Good looking out, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna watch this recording back and I'm just gonna be so embarrassed by myself. Alright, trying to strategically place that yarn so it covers up my magic knot. And then let's add yellow. I want to be sure that I'm sticking to the right order. Okay. Adding yellow. Thanks, guys. Had I known my mom was here, I would have just asked. It's so funny. I can't wait to look at that back. I'm just looking straight down like, what is it? What is it? You guys are yelling it to me. Okay. Hold on. I feel embarrassed. I didn't know the chat was saying it. I wasn't knowing. You're fine. You were totally fine. Good looking out, Rigby. Ricky, wait, what am I doing then? Oh, I used to do the magic knot. Now I just add it in, like pull that color through in the next stitch and just keep working in the new color. Oh, that's just what is that even called anything? I don't know if that has a name. Because I do that too, depending on the stitch that I'm working on. I don't know if it's called anything. Russian join. So Russian join, you are like twisting the fibers into themselves. Just pulling the color through into the stitch is just a standard color change. But like pulling the fibers into each other and pulling. Right, yeah, it depends on the project. Yeah. It wasn't until I locked in about knots. Back to it now, yeah. Oops. Yeah, I don't think the method that you're using, that method that you're describing, Marquis, that doesn't sound like the Russian join. It sounds like a standard color change. Okay, there we go. I can't remember now. It was funny when I saw it. Oh no, you're fine, Cam. You're fine. I don't know what it's called, what I do. I think I just do a color change. Yeah, if you're just pulling the new color into a stitch, it's just like, I don't know if it has a name so much as it's just a color change. If I'm working with a really dense stitch, then I will use that color changing method. Gonna do a deep dive on this later. So many questions. There's so many options. Yeah, there are a lot of options. A lot of different options. I will also look for a video that has some good options for color changing and post that on Yarn Over Hook. Because yeah, there are a bunch of different options in color changing, as well as even just like keeping the same color, but joining the ends and the beginnings of skeins, like adding in a new skein. There are some methods that are good for that as well. Oop, let me crochet over this color. There we go. Looks good. I need to be sure that I'm not adding 4 instead of 3. I caught myself on one, because when you do color changing granny squares and you find a mistake a few rounds back, I couldn't imagine. This is my first time like really doing color changing granny squares. So I don't want to find a mistake because I don't know what I would do. I'd probably just throw it away. I'm not gonna lie. Because I couldn't imagine going through and undoing. Because then it will just like, it messes up everything. It messes up everything. So yeah, I would honestly probably just throw it away. That's not good. Let's not make any mistakes. No worries, Rigby. Russian join involves finishing the last stitch of the old color, then pulling the new color through, then working the remaining stitches of... Wait. Okay, let me just show you then this infographic. This is what I was referring to as a Russian join. Like, you're literally putting in a needle through the yarn. Is that not what that is? That is called the yarn carrying method. When you take a color and you change the color. This is calling it the yarn carrying method. Hang on, that was an AI overview. Ew. I'm gonna check again. That is so interesting that it would give you that answer though. Oh, that makes sense. Yarn carrying. Yeah. So I knew there was a term for it because, but I thought that it was specific to tapestry crocheting. But yarn carrying makes sense. Well, that is the one that I use, pulling the new color through the next stitch so it doesn't show. Okay, that's the one that I use mostly too, depending on the stitch. If it's a dense stitch, then I use that method. If it's an airier stitch, like a lighter stitch, then I use the magic knot. But I definitely do want to try a Russian join, because I feel like that would also be good for airy stitches. But I feel like it's going to be similar to a magic knot in that you have to like plan where it lands. You have to be like really good at like measuring it out and planning where it'll land. Oh, this one is a fun one too. It's so interesting how shifting the colors can really change how the square looks. It's so fun. I can't tell which one's my favorite so far. And I'll have to do more next week. But don't forget, friends, that we have an event tomorrow, crocheting Easter eggs, fillable Easter eggs. It's a crochet, kind of like a crochet along, like you can crochet with us, the Easter eggs. So definitely check out the pattern. The live is posted and scheduled. So if you go to the Yarn Over Hook profile here on YouTube and you go to the live, you should be able to see it there, and you can get the link to the pattern that we'll be working on. Otherwise, I just posted it as well on Yarn Over Hook. So my latest post on Yarn Over Hook about the event for tomorrow also has a link to the pattern for free. You can also get the ad free and like photo, like heavy, like she put some really good photos in there. You can get that version on her Etsy for like $1.50. It's on sale right now. But bring your scrap yarn, your stitch markers, your darning needle, and your hook, and let's crochet. I am so excited. The eggs are so cute and they're perfect for Easter. So if you want like a fun little project, and you just want to come and hang out, bring a nice drink, a nice like cool drink or whatever, and crochet with us. We would love to see you tomorrow. I am so excited for this event. The eggs are so cute, and I'm thinking I'll probably do like a little Easter egg hunt around my apartment for my husband with those eggs that I make. I think I'm gonna do that. Any giveaways coming up? I saw that yarn over hook tote, so cute. Maybe. I will likely, it probably won't happen if I'm running one. It probably won't happen till after my wedding. Just because everything is just so busy right now. But of course, because I love giveaways. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping everything. I'm a mess. Okay, we're done. Here's this square. Let me cut this. Yay! So we have 4 squares done out of 13. Let me cut all of this off. All of my tails. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, I bet they'll be adorable. The eggs, I mean. Okay, I was like, who's gonna be adorable? Yes, the eggs are super cute. They are so cute. And they're so quick to crochet up. I can do one in like 25 minutes. So tomorrow's live, it should be really fun. So definitely come and hang out with us tomorrow. Even if you just want to come and hang out, you don't have to crochet an egg. If you want to come and hang out and join the crochet chat, we would love to have you. Here's the square, yay! Here we go, here's square number 4. There's that. Here we go. This is what we have so far. Yay! Looks so good. Where did you say they were? Somewhere on the Yarn of Hook site. So if you go to my profile, it's my latest post. But if you scroll down a little bit too, you'll see. But I posted it, and I'll post again tonight so that people can see it. Yay! Am I holding all these the right way? I am. Here they are. This is what we have so far. You see the curling? Definitely need a blocking. Yay! And I'll message it. I can message it to you too, Cam, so you don't have to go looking for it. Are you just Cam on Yarn Over Hook? Oh my gosh, this pillow. I can't bend down. Okay. We got 3 squares done. I'm so excited. These are the 3 that we did today. Kids everywhere. I will find you and message it to you. Otherwise, there will be another post about it. Here we go. And then we checked out our Crochet Nation newspaper. Definitely check this out. It's nice. This is fun. And our Hooks and Needles box. Let me do the whole like staging thing again. There we go. Yeah, kind of. Messed up a little bit. Then we opened our box. So if you want to check out all the details and stuff on this month's box, definitely watch the beginning of this live. It looks better when you pull it through. Which one does? I don't know what you mean. The purple is very pretty. There's these 2 purples and then like this like dusty rose color. You see, there we go. That dusty rose color. I'm so excited. So definitely check out the recording, the beginning of this live where I unboxed this one. So fun. So fun. You all are awesome as always. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you haven't already, please hit that like button so that this can get out to all the crochet friends. Thank you all so much for hanging out. This was so much fun. I will see you tomorrow during our Let's Crochet event. And have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, have a great rest of your weekend. Bye, friends. Bye. Bye, everybody.